It was about leadership in these organizations and how they don't have the
Oh, yeah.
brains.
It was about leaders that need to hold a tight rein over their membership so that they don't deviate and do shit that is contrary to the goals and the group. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you give
And
me an example?
well, okay. Okay, Black Panthers, for example. Okay, we're going back in time here. Um, the Black Panthers had an interim leader that didn't get into any press. Um, but he was a good leader. But what would happen is that he would go off sometimes, okay, and then have people do all kinds of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be doing,
Yeah.
and then which would bring the press down on them and the cops down on them unnecessarily.
Okay.
Okay, um, like he would go and like they would go out there, they would jump on white folks out there in the street,
Oh God.
just jump on them, okay, beat their asses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Okay,
Like I get
and
why too, but yeah.
that was counterproductive. That was counterproductive. Okay, which put the Panthers in a position where uh, even black folks started rejecting them. Okay, uh, yeah. So you got to have leadership that sticks to your goals and fits the pattern of behavior of that is set by the group for the group.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense. And it sounds like managing like public perception of the org is really important. Like you're not going to win everybody, but
yeah,
you got to keep some basic support going uh with your actions, it sounds like.
yeah, right, right. And you got to be consistent.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the public will reject you.
Yeah. I think a lot of people view the current available orgs as ineffective, and so there would have to be a lot of work done to like prove to people that you can actually do some shit. Cause
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I'm in my mid 30s. I don't know that I've ever really seen an organization do something successfully in
yeah,
my life because I was born in the 90s. Can you think of
yeah,
anything? Like there was Occupy where people were intense, but that didn't actually get anything done. Like they were intense in a park. The cops rounded them all up, and I never heard of any real change that happened as a result of that, you know? So,
yeah, right. Even Occupy. Well, okay. There's Occupy movements that look like they were going to bring about change, but they didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, and but I agree with the premise because it would set up camp in the middle of the goddamn street and in the parks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that premise, but something else was going on in the background which was counterproductive. I don't understand what happened.
Yeah. And I was really young when all that was going on, so I don't remember it super well, but it seemed like what happened was when those camps got cleared, just people kind of gave up and went home. And it's like, no,
Hmm.
if you're annoying them to the point where they feel the need to clear your camps, that's actually good. Just keep
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it. Get garbage bags, fucking go back, you know? But I could be wrong. I'm guessing there was also stuff going on in the background, like you're saying that, you know, probably cops working in that movement and all sorts of shit because people don't know how to vet either.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
okay. Well, does any story come to mind from your organizing days that you think could be beneficial for folks?
Well, the problem is a lot of, most of these stories, most all of these stories that I got in my head are stories that should not be mentioned.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, okay, because I don't mind me. You know what I'm saying? I don't
No.
mind talking about what I did, but a lot, I mostly what I did was with other people.
Well, yeah. No, I don't want you to share anything that you don't think should be shared because, like I said, I wouldn't doubt that this conversation is being listened in on, and like, I don't want anybody to get in any more trouble than we need to because of
Yeah,
this conversation. So I'm with you on that. Um,
yeah. So if it was just you and I sitting down talking, I don't mind
mhm.
because I love the fuck out of you. Okay.
Oh my
and,
God, I know. Uh,
and therefore I trust you. You know what I'm saying?
of course.
But not on public public video.
No, I'm with you. And let me know if this is not okay. I remember you saying that you were aware that a lot of cops were in like gangs, right? Uh
Yeah,
is there anything that we should be, because those same cops are doing all the exact same things now in the same circles. So like things to look out for, things to be aware of when trying to organize in such territory, like the South, for
yeah,
example.
right.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for people that try to enter your organization that when you have your meetings, they're always counterproductive. Why are they always counterproductive? They're counterproductive because they're cops or that sort, okay, or fascists or something of that sort. You got to look at those people, okay. You just can't treat them like you treat everybody else, okay, uh, because if that counterproductive activity happens often enough, everybody needs to be looking at them,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? And that's not something that normally occurs. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got your naysayers in the group. Every time you have a meeting, you come up with something positive, and they want to twist it around into something else. Okay?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, couple things that I've noticed in my organizing circles is one, a lot of times they're older men. Uh, I know one of them in that I was organizing an Extinction Rebellion with was a cop. I know he was a fucking cop. He was probably
Uh huh.
like in his 50s and sort of unassuming white guy. And he was doing exactly what you were saying. Every time I tried to draw connections between climate change and capitalism, he would try to wreck what I was doing and anybody else in the org. And then when COVID hit, the guy just disappeared out of like it never
Yeah.
happened. It was
Yeah.
weird as shit. And then another thing I noticed is they constantly ask questions. Like instead of just going along with like what you're doing, that's always like some unassuming question that makes everybody like stop and have to have a conversation so that nothing gets done in the
Yeah.
meeting. So those are
Yeah.
just a couple things that I've noticed that seem indicative of what you're talking about if people are like needing an example. Um, yeah, I don't know if anything else comes to mind for you.
Well, basically, that's what I have right now. Um, you got to watch out for people who attach themselves to members of your group, but they're not members of your group.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
Okay, especially men who attach themselves to females of the group. Okay, uh, especially that. Okay, and sometimes, but not too often. It's the other way around. But quite often, it's a man who attaches himself to a female. Okay, and therefore the female, because she's got a relationship going with this guy, she doesn't think about what she tells him.